All right. Finally got this brisket wrapped up. It's on there right now. We're maintaining, ooh, it's high, 290 degrees. I wanted to keep this thing at 275, but I just put a log on, so I guess that's expected that we got a spike. And our probe is showing that we're at 178. So that's it. We're stuck in the stall. From this point forward, it's in the hands of the brisket gods, the barbecue gods. And it is still quite a bit freezing out here. Incredible. See who comes along, if anybody can join us, if they're available. I realize it's Saturday night and it's already 10 o'clock. I'm probably going to need another beer, but I brought another alcoholic beverage just in case. Never know who we're going to run into on a Saturday night pit talk. So, anybody wants to join, let me find the invite. We'll grab that and then we'll throw that right in here for anybody that's interested in joining. I wonder if El Presidente is around or not. Never know. Interesting. I guess not yet. Oh my God, I've been up since 3 in the morning. Oh, I gotta stay out here feeding this pit wood. So hopefully somebody's around to keep me company for a while. Oh yeah, baby. 317. I don't want to get up. That's hot. I want to keep it below 300. It's tough. What do we do? Do I get up? Do I touch it? Do I leave it alone? I don't know. I'm being lazy now because I'm getting tired. I don't know what I want to do. Jeez. Guess I got to get up. I don't want to. Oh, goodness. Oh, let me see. I go play with this thing again. Gotta turn the AI on. I don't want to get up, but I got to get up to come over here to check the thing out. Let's see, what was that? Oh, somebody's trying to chat with me. Ah, that's a good fire. Gotta do it. That's the reason why. Let's dial it down a little bit. That'll back it down a lot. And then let's open this up a little bit. Let that breathe. That's all we can do. Ooh. What is up, El Presidente? And what is up with this camera that doesn't know what it wants to do? Incredible. Doesn't even try to center itself anymore. It just wants to stare at my keyboard. That's annoying. There we go. We're back again. What is up with you, buddy? How'd that tri-tip come out? Oh, it's about time. It's about time you take the name El Presidente and just put that up.
Hey, I just got done cooking eggs and steak.
What happened to the tri-tip?
They didn't have one.
Well, what was that video I was watching earlier that you guys were cooking?
Such a porterhouse or a T-bone,
Oh,
and then some eggs.
I gotcha.
So I stopped at the butcher in Kaufman. He didn't have any, and I didn't have time to make it to the Canton butcher.
Okay.
But that steak was amazing.
Yeah, it looked pretty good, and the
It almost
music
kind
you were listening to was outstanding too.
of, it kind of looked like it was almost dry aged a little or something because it had kind of like that black green edge on some of it,
Mm,
and then it had that slight nutty flavor to it.
that's it. The nutty flavor is a giveaway that it's dry aged.
Yeah, it was incredible, pretty good. And those
This
eggs are
after your buddy was on earlier, your neighbor, it
hmm?
sounded like a tri-tip was on the way. But yeah, I would have taken a T-bone too.
Yeah, he's got friends coming up from Waco, so he's I guess he's wanting to come over and cook on the smoke slinger.
He's bringing him to your house to
Neighbor
cook.
neighbor privileges.
Wow,
He's actually he's getting a mini.
that's perfect. Okay,
So have you slept any?
no,
How long have you been up?
since 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, I'm up at 3 a.m. every day anyway, so I know how you feel.
Well, today you weren't because I woke you up. You were still in bed.
Oh, I was awake. I was just
Oh,
busy not doing anything. So,
gotcha.
but no, I usually wake up around 3 or 4 every day.
Yeah, I'm exhausted. This
But,
thing is in the stall. I'm at 179
oh
degrees.
my god.
Do you have any idea how much longer I have to sit here for? I could be here till 3, 4 in the morning, all over again.
Mm. I do not envy that. Hey, solid,
No, no,
solid.
I'm not happy. I'm not happy
All
about
the way down.
this.
So, what inspired you to do this? Was you not thinking about this? Are you at that point where you're like, man, why am I doing this?
Not yet. It's coming soon. But I am switching over. This was the last beer because I don't feel like going to get another one. So now I'm switching over from beer back to liquor because liquor is quicker. Mm.
I don't think that's very advantageous for the mission.
Nope, nope. We're maintaining everything. The pit's at 291.
You know, I think you probably bump it up a little bit higher than that, or not? Oh no, it's in the stall, right?
Yeah, I wanted to keep it at 275.
Yeah, it's too early.
Yep.
So I haven't even seen the piece of meat yet.
You're kidding me. This whole time you haven't seen it once?
Nope.
The best you're gonna get is it's wrapped up in butcher paper now.
No, I have to go back and look at the other videos.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, I could show you pictures from earlier. That's about it. I got those.
I'll just wait till it's done.
All right. Well,
That's
then all this has to be edited out too. So hopefully this becomes, if I have, say, 3 hours of footage, hopefully it becomes 5 videos. Or 6. Each one's a half hour apiece. I'm tired. I'm already feeling it.
you're you should have waited. You had some help.
There is no help. There's no eaters. There's no help. And the next couple of cooks that are coming up with the tricked out stuff is going to take me. One of them is no question. It's going to take me. Let's figure. Piece of meat's about 100 pounds.
What is it?
It's steamship round, so it's the entire thigh of the cow. Yeah, and then I'm doing a fantail tomahawk. So it's all the tomahawks together, and each one's bone is Frenched. So that one I got to do too. And then what else do we have? There's a couple other interesting videos that we went over yesterday that I'll be putting together.
So who's helping you eat all this?
But tomorrow I'm going to a buddy's house for so my kids can hang out with his grandkids.
Hmm.
and then they'll have people over for dinner. And I had already said to him, I go, listen, your wife's not going to be too happy that you and I are doing this because she wants to do traditional Italian dinner, and you and I are doing Texas barbecue. But he told me, I'm the boss. Don't listen to her.
That's funny.
Yeah. So I'm a little bit concerned. She has a history of taking items and leaving them in the backyard so that they're not in the house and therefore they're not distracting.
Yeah.
Because that's what happens. Like when I brought the goose over, that was distracting. When I brought over the entire bacon rib, that was distracting. So he's already said to me, "What do I have to do if I have to reheat it?" I go, "You're not reheating it. It's coming over. It's in an oven at 150 degrees. It's been already going to be sitting. So the only thing you need to do is to give me the opportunity to finish the footage of what I'm cutting and slicing into it, and we're eating it for the first time, or else I don't have that final piece to the puzzle. I'm not going to cut it here and then take it with me. I'm taking it there.
Yeah. So, how much wood have you went through on the cooker, the smoker?
A lot, a lot. I'm going through a lot of wood, like two pieces at a time. A lot of wood every half hour, two pieces.
So, are they like pretty dry pieces, or?
Well, the problem is I don't have a splitter, so a lot of the pieces are about this size.
Oh,
And I got a delivery today of post oak, and I noticed that post oak is so dry and so good that it burns super quick.
yeah.
So now I've got to ration that out, and I'm going back to this stuff, which
So,
is pretty. It's not bad. I can peel the bark off of this.
so the really dry stuff. How big are the splits?
8 inches,
8 inch diameter.
8 inch length,
Oh, how big around are they?
probably 3 inches.
But it's pretty dry stuff.
Really, yeah, it's good stuff. Yeah, yeah.
Sounds like it would work really well in the smoke slinger direct heat pit.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm going to leave it for, and because that doesn't go through the same quantity of wood that this goes through. So for this, I want to get rid of the white oak and the red oak, even though I'm not a big fan of it, and I can
Well,
hear it sizzling.
the uh, the smoke slinger gets about 20 miles a gallon on wood, and the 94 is getting about 5.
Yeah,
But
this thing eats.
but if you want that deep heavy bark and that takes this top 50 deep flavor, that's what it takes.
Takes this much wood.
There's just no way around it.
Ah,
What is
ah,
your seasoning? Think about it like that.
I
So
didn't think about that.
yeah, so the less if it's too efficient, that's why some of the smaller pits shouldn't be too efficient because you just don't burn enough wood and you don't get enough bark and seasoning. So I started cooking on a Oklahoma Joe from like the '90s, one of the old ones, and it was like a 21 by 40 or something. Hey, Salas, turn that off. So I started smoking on it, and in hindsight, I made really good briskets on it.
Oh yeah,
And the thermometer was high up on the lid, and the smokestack was high up on the chamber, exiting out
yeah.
like they still do it. Well, what I didn't know at the time is I was smoking it really low and slow. So after a few years of cooking on it, I got a 4 probe wireless monitor, spaced those probes across the grate, and looked at the temps. And it'd be like super hot out of the firebox, and then right after that, it would be like super cool, and then after that, it would heat up again. So what I figured out is all that heat was riding the top of the chamber and leaving out, and at the grate is maybe 190 degrees. So I was almost cold smoking it and didn't know it for like 8 hours, and then wrapping it, and then putting it in the oven like 250 or whatever to finish it. And they tasted really great. And then I started building pits, and everybody's like, "Oh, I want it insulated." So I was building insulated 94 gallons and cooking on them, and it's just never the same. I was like, "Man, I'm not getting the right flavor. What happened? I know I'm cooking it the same." Well, I started thinking about it, and I was like, "Oh, I was cooking it low and slow, almost cold smoking it before, and didn't know it because the thermometer was giving me a false reading." So when you're running it with the thermometer in the right place and you're running 275, you're actually running closer to 275. So you're cooking a lot hotter and faster. And and anyways, you're cooking a lot hotter and faster, and then the firebox is insulated, so your smoke is like super clean. 1 second, Dallas. No, look at that, Selena. So anyways, with the smokers I started building, the smaller ones without an insulated firebox,
Right.
the flavor is so much better. So it was way too efficient. So it's kind of a good thing that it chews through a lot of wood, because the end product is going to be what you're looking for. You're going to have that deep, rich smoke flavor, but not like a dirty flavor.
That's good. I had the opportunity earlier before I wrapped it just to pull a little piece off to taste it, and it was obviously fat.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
yeah.
Wow. Wow.
I think part of it, taking that sample early in the cook, is the seasoning's more prominent too.
Okay.
So you get like that hot fatty piece, that's
Yeah.
tender with the seasoning on it, and almost that little bit of caramelized layer on top,
Yep.
like at the point of the brisket. Oh my god! That's why I'm thinking. I was practicing the cold smoke method on the brisket on the smoke slinger, and I think I got it figured out. I'm gonna do a video on that soon. Um, so I finished last time at 275 with it on the lower rack. So it's like a top down cook. I'm reading that heat above the brisket instead of below it.
Right.
And that was a lot like cooking on an offset. But I think towards the end, before I wrap it, maybe like the last 30 minutes or hour, I need to push the 300 and really stack that heat down on that fat cap and render it out just a little bit more, and maybe try to get that sticky, tacky caramelization going on top.
Sure.
Because when you do that, that's the game changer. That's the magic. That makes you smile when you take a bite of it, Dang, I gotta go get me a brisket. I done talked myself into cooking the brisket.
TD is on fire.
Oh yeah.
He's got somebody else. Well, it sounds like two more places sending in briskets now.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I envy that guy. He gets to cook all day long all the time. About take that money. That's not like pull down. I'm making the hot chocolate.
Oh, so how is that guisada?
Either
Yeah,
one.
guisada. How was that earlier?
East side.
Guisada. How was it?
Really, it's if you pronounce it right, it's east side.
Uh-huh.
There's no G. But yeah, Gisada, it wasn't the Gisada that I eat in Canton, which is way better. There's like a real tomato like base to it.
That's
And
interesting.
the one here in Canton that I go to, it's more like a not brown gravy, but more like a chili based
Okay.
gravy maybe. It's way better, way more flavor. And that other one was like eating stewed meat and tomato sauce.
No,
It was like some white guy made it.
I was very Caucasian. I hear you. It was
Yeah,
awfully Caucasian. It's a little late at night for coffee, no?
and it's hot.
Caffeine? Oh, it's
I was
hot chocolate.
making the wife and kids some hot chocolate, so I made me some.
Oh, very nice. You're a nice guy.
Let's see, is anybody watching?
Uh, it says that there's three people.
They must.
This guy that jumped in Ice Poseidon. I don't believe this is the real Ice Poseidon. And the rationale behind that is he's an IRL streamer, so he tends to find himself in different parts of the country and around the world, and he gets swatted a lot. So I don't think that's the real guy
Mhm. What is RL?
in real life. So think about walking around with a body cam that's taping everybody else and you at the same time. And people can make donations while you're out, and you have this whole speaker system attached to you. So
Uh,
they can make a donation, and by doing so, you can make the speaker system say certain things, or they'll do certain things, or it'll put on music in inappropriate situations. So imagine you're there with your wife right now, and
oh,
you're doing an IRL.
the viewer controls the speaker.
Right.
Oh my god!
So you're there with your wife right now, and suddenly Two Live Crew, Me So Horny comes on. Like that's what people like him are known for.
Uh,
That's what goes on. Or
what's
you
the
walk into a Chinese restaurant and suddenly like ching chong bing bong, like stuff like that comes on, and you're like, oh, it wasn't me, it was my viewers. I didn't do it.
It's like that show where they send the guy out and the other guy's in the background with the microphone and he's got the earpiece.
Yeah, except
Uh,
they don't know that the three guys are in the background doing that, because
yeah,
now you have 10,000 people making donations, and the speaker system and everything else is just going crazy.
that's genius. Get to travel and get paid for it.
Hmm. They get arrested all the time. They get thrown off of planes, but they're making a fortune doing it.
I need somebody to pay me to stay home and cook all day.
You're getting pretty close to it.
I'm almost there.
As long as I keep selling them, you're
Keep,
getting
sell-
there.
keep selling and I can live the dream.
That's what I mean. Like what you're saying is slowly but surely becoming reality.
No,
Now that the other
I could,
two,
I couldn't do
you
it.
can leave them there because they're ready to work on their own. They don't need any supervision.
Yeah, but I got to be there to interrupt them once in a while and give them a hard time. No, I like being around those guys. They're fun, and I like being in the shop. Seeing stuff being created. I can't sit at
Uh,
home.
so do I.
I'm too ADD for that crap.
If you could do the CAD design from at home, then it would be a lot easier for you.
Well, I'd be bored out of my mind.
Why?
I got to be on my feet doing something.
It actually came up in a discussion. TD is looking forward to, he says he's definitely going to get the full size smoke slinger eventually, a Liberty 94. And he knows that there's a big toy coming out eventually. So he's going to want one of those too. He wants everything.
Me too. I don't even have a Liberty 94 yet, and I'm not even joking.
I thought earlier you were making a joke about that. I thought you had one at the house.
I haven't had time to cook.
Oh,
I will here soon. Um, it's just been crazy this past few weeks.
yeah, but craziness is good. Craziness brings in money. It's good to be a little off your rocker
I've been accused of that a couple times.
every day.
Grok AI probably thinks I'm crazy right now.
So, what do you think I should be? Oh, Warren's on now too. What do you think I should be coming up with to make in the future? What would be like the type of item that either has only been done a couple of times or almost never before?
Like a grill?
No, I mean like no, I'm talking about for me to prepare here.
Oh, the
Whether it's
cook.
on the Liberty 94 or it's on the Smoke Slinger, what do you think? I have tremendous accessibility. What do I go with?
You ever cooked the alligator?
I don't have accessibility to alligator up here.
Oh, I can ship one to you. Heck,
I can do an
I can
alligator.
take you to go catch one.
That'll work. We can do that.
Um, I don't
Because
know.
I'm going to do the whole
Think
beef
about
rib.
that
That's
one.
coming. I'm doing the where I was yesterday. I'm going to do the whole beef rib. We're going to take uh, the entire side and then trim it in such a way so that the rib comes all the way across on each one, and I'll have the whole piece, and that will go onto the smoke slinger. That's the idea.
Hmm.
Now Warren is saying I should do a beef tongue. So I got to ask him, the beef tongue, should that go on the smoke slinger or the Liberty 94? Let's see what he says. Because that's got to be boiled beforehand and peeled before it gets smoked, or else it'll really be tough. The tongue is either it's got to be steamed or boiled to get everything off, peeled. Then I can do something with it. Have you ever, are you familiar with deli sandwiches? Like, I'm sure you've had turkey, right? You've had a turkey sandwich?
Who, me?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
turkey breast sandwiches. But have you ever
yeah.
had tongue sandwich?
I've had tongue tacos.
Tongue tacos. Have you ever had hot tongue on breast?
Mm-mm.
So you take the turkey breast and then it's served with the tongue, and they call it hot tongue on breast.
Is that a joke or are you being serious?
No, I'm being serious. I'm being very serious. It's called hot tongue on breast. I'm not getting delirious for being up for nearly 24 hours.
You can do some
So,
mountain oysters.
oh, those are the best. Those are Rocky Mountain oysters is just so tender. Do you like yours pickled or do you get them like broiled? How do you like your Rocky Mountain oysters?
I don't like them. I don't eat them.
So Warren's telling me I have to boil and then smoke the tongue, but don't boil too long. Serious. Rocky Mountain oysters. So Warren is also down for the Rocky Mountain oysters. He's in.
I stick with good old fashioned mussels. I'm good.
Mussels are not bad, but I think that you seem like a Rocky Mountain oyster guy.
Mm-mm.
No, you wouldn't go into the bar, have a couple of cold ones, and then take the challenge.
No, now you're making me think about that movie Friday.
Did they eat them in Friday?
He ate something that was pickled.
Yeah, he did. Beef cheeks I've done. So Warren, I've done beef cheeks. I've done them confit. I've done them smoked. The thing with beef cheeks is you get two sides. One side is great to be able to smoke and slice up. The other one has all the glands in it, and outside of making it into barbacoa, like Leroy and Lewis do, it's it's uh, it's not exactly the cut of beef that most people are going to consume. It's up there with Rocky Mountain oysters as far as being a delicacy. But beef cheeks are great. You can cook them up just like a brisket. Yeah, we got some people joining in. They're just coming in from different places. Do you think that the new cooker, the new toy, if it comes to be, will be ready for Oktoberfest? Do you think we'll be ready by September, November, or
Oh yeah.
yeah? Oh my goodness, what does this thing keep doing? It does it on its own. It just like has a mind of its own. It's getting annoying.
Yeah, it'll
I don't know why
definitely
it
be
keeps
ready
doing
for
it.
that.
Okay,
We've got to take them. We got to take one to them anyway.
two,
Oh, they want two?
two. Yeah, they want two. Yep, they because they've got 15,000 people. So cooking one hog isn't going to work.
Oh, they're serving whole hog on it?
Yep, we're doing whole hog. We're doing bratwurst. We're doing sauerbraten. We're doing the forest wife mushrooms. They're going to do the black forest cake. They're going to do the apple strudel. So we got all the worst platters. I'm missing something. Schnitzel. We're doing veal schnitzel, and I think we're doing no. I think it's pork schnitzel. No, maybe they are going to do veal because they have money. So they're probably going to do veal schnitzel and chicken schnitzel instead of pork.
Hmm.
It's a lot of stuff. When we were going through the menu, it was getting pretty in depth because then we need the potatoes, spatzel, the sauerkraut. Um, it's pretty in depth.
What date is that?
That's a good question because it's the weekend after I'm at Makerfest. One weekend I go to Makerfest, and then the next weekend we all go down there to Florida to West Palm. So
So
it's
what?
it's definitely October. It's not September. It's actually after Oktoberfest in Germany. They're doing it in Florida. That way they can get all their special bands in.
How well is the 94 holding temp with that wood?
Good question. Right now I'm at 254. So I got to kick it up again. It's time for me to throw another log on. I'm glad you said something. Yeah, it's time for another log. Here we go. Actually, probably better off throwing two logs on.
I mean, really, now that you got it wrapped up in paper, you could probably stack a few in there and just let it run a little dirty and let it run for a couple hours.
Yeah, but it's going to get real hot if I do that.
Not if you close that vent down on the firebox door.
And then what? Close that down, but then
Run them both about 25% and see where it sits. What are they sitting at now? Like 30% open?
uh so this one is just about 80% open.
Yeah.
And then back here, yeah, it's about 30% open.
Yeah, just take that once. Well, yeah, I guess you probably have to pack it full and then give it about 15 minutes to see where it sits and then adjust from there. But yeah, you probably just close that smokestack damper down to bring the temp down where you want it.
So you think I should load it up, huh?
Yeah, in case you fall asleep.
Oh boy.
I'm preparing you for a nap.
Oh my goodness. That fire is raging right now. You have to throw
Yeah,
in two pieces of wood in.
yeah. I just stack them in there like log cabin style, so they can
Yep.
breathe.
Yep.
And then once watch the temp. Once that temp starts to rise, start adjusting the vent on the smokestack, and closing it up.
All right, so now I got four logs in. You think more than that?
Uh, yeah.
There's a big log. He's a
You got a
big, big
you
log.
got a really good bed of coals.
I do now.
Yeah. So just leave that firebox door vent where it is,
Yep.
and
It's
then
gonna get hot now.
yeah, just give it about 5 minutes to see if that gauge starts creeping up, and if it does, close your smokestack damper down about a quarter of what
Oh,
it is.
there's no question. I'm gonna be pushing some big numbers right now. This thing's all right. So I'm leaving it at 30%,
Yeah, you're
and
running
then what do
about
you?
three. You're running about 315. That looks like 310, 315.
325. Yeah, you're pretty close.
Yeah. So what temp are you wanting to run at?
I was hoping just to keep it at 275, but I can bump it to 300 if
Well,
it gives me a little bit of a break.
close the vent down about a quarter of what it is now on the smokestack. There you go.
Gotcha.
Yeah, give that a few minutes to see what it does. But we should be able to keep the temp down. And it's going to run a little bit dirty, but it's wrapped
Oof.
up, so it's not going to
Yeah, it's
bother it. But
wrapped. I'm
it'll,
not worried about that. It's all wrapped up.
yeah, that'll keep you running for at least 2 or 3 hours in case you take a nap. Ask me how I know.
How do you know?
I've had to do
How
it
do you...
before.
All right. So Oktoberfest is October 10th to the 12th and October 17th to the 19th. So I believe the 10th to the 12th, I'm upstate New York at Makerfest. So the following weekend, the 17th to the 19th, is when we'll be down there.
The 10th, I'll be
11.
in Houston at a competition.
Oh, so that's perfect. Then we'll be there the 17th, the following weekend.
Yeah.
Awesome. That works out well.
It's with a bunch of architects and engineers and general contractors. I
Yeah.
took third place last year. That was my first competition, and I thought I'd destroyed
Okay.
the chicken and it was going to be trash. And I was
Yeah.
counting on the brisket and ribs to pull us through. I took third place in chicken. I said, "What the heck? That must have been a lot of bad chicken because I
Uh,
overcooked it. I think."
I'll help you out with the chicken. I'll definitely help you out. Have you the wood guy in Florida is uh, Fred Stevens. He's the guy if we need wood. I just got that. I was in Pompano Beach. So if we want post oak or we want, well, we're probably going post oak. I can't see us going pecan.
No.
No, I don't want anybody getting stomach problems.
Yeah, for some reason, some hickories and pecans just tear my stomach up. I don't know why. It didn't used to. And
Right.
no other wood bothers me. Not even mesquite.
Daddy Duchess here 3 times in one day. It's the trifecta. I'd love to know how he did at his rib competition. He's been there all day out there in Nebraska.
He
So
did he take a smoke slinger to that?
no, he's
55
got barrel cookers.
barrel cookers.
Yeah, he's got the Super 55 and Super 55 kits. That's
Hmm.
what a lot of these guys that do ribs. That's what they use. But he's gonna have to. He's got seventh, and his son-in-law won first place.
Oh, that's not
Yeah.
bad.
No, no, he knows Frank, so maybe Frank can get him onto a smoke slinger to try it out. Yeah, that's probably a good idea for them to get together. I got the website here now loaded.
I know something you need to cook is the Myron mixing triple P.
Was the triple P? What's that?
You take a pork tenderloin,
Yeah.
you stuff it with a pork sausage. I use pork and venison sausage. And then you wrap it in a bacon weave.
Yeah.
You do seasonings, and you cook that at like 300 until the bacon's crispy. While
Okay.
that's going on, you're reducing white grape juice with sugar and like hot sauce and cabo and all this different junk into like a glaze. And then when that's about finished, you glaze it and caramelize that on there. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Mm.
Or a bacon bomb.
Are you good at doing the weave? You can take the bacon and be able to get it interlaced one on top of the other that way.
Oh yeah, that's
Uh,
easy.
do you lay it out on plastic wrap first and then put whatever it is on top and then use a plastic wrap to kind of guide it one on top of the other so it doesn't stick to anything?
I just lay it out on like a piece of wax paper or something, and then use it like I'm rolling a California roll.
Mm. That's it. That's what I was trying to mention. Exactly.
You need
All
to
right.
do
So
like some
now we're at
yakitori style.
288. We're holding two. This is good. I can hold 288 for a while. That'll be perfect.
I'll check it again in a few minutes and see if it's holding that.
I'm looking at it right now.
As
It's
long as you don't,
holding.
yeah, if it holds that for 15 or 20 minutes, it should hold it until that fuel supply is about gone. Plus, it's going to, restore its own tolls as it's doing that.
Right.
And catch you a power nap.
Yeah. I'm afraid if I fall asleep, I'm not going to wake up. That's my problem. That's why I've been taking a nap. I wanted to take a 30-minute nap earlier. Um, but I said if I lay down, I'm done.
Yeah, I bet where if I'm going to cook a brisket, I don't want to cook it unless I got like 2 days to have to do it,
Yeah.
if I'm going to do it right. But I like cooking fast food too, like chicken and steaks.
Chicken and steaks I could do quick. This one was an opportunity to do a special item on the Liberty 94, and I didn't want to pass it up. So I asked for this trouble. I had guys from the fire department asking me if we could do squirrel, and I told them it's never going to happen. As much as they want to come here and get rid of squirrels in the trees and then think they're going to cook them up, I am not putting a squirrel in a smoke slinger.
Yeah, I don't eat rodent.
I don't think I'm ever going to get that fur off.
Mm.
That's why I'll always be finding squirrel hair. Never going to happen. I'm still, when I think about the cow leg, I better measure that before bringing it home because if it's too close to the cover, I'm going to have a problem, which I didn't think about beforehand. I'm better off with a veal leg.
I don't know.
Mm. Yeah, by far. It's like it's massive. It's like fat. You know, look out the back of your property. You got all that cattle back there anyway.
Yeah, I got it on both sides.
With all that to me, all that meat around you, it's not like the type of thing where you're like, I'm not in the mood for meat because I'm looking at the meat every day. I don't want to eat it.
I don't even see those cows anymore. It's like the trees in the forest. If you live in the forest, it's just like I'm blind to
Right.
them at this point.
I get that. If you live in the forest, suddenly you're like, trees fall down. You're like, oh, it's just another tree that went down.
You don't even know it fell down because
No,
you don't even pay attention to it.
that's right.
Right, one day I came home, there's a dead deer in my backyard. The buzzards were out here eating it. Coyotes and wild pigs and copperhead snakes and black widows and scorpions.
That's insane.
Frank says everything here wants to bite you or sting you.
Pretty much. We have black bear, we have coyotes, we have the deer, bobcats. What else? Mountain lions. Stuff like that. There's snakes. Plenty of
There's a few,
snakes.
there's a few mountain lions around here. In fact, there's a mountain lion that got somebody's pet up in North Dallas or north of Dallas.
Yep, that's what they do.
In Kaufman, there's a guy that has tigers and different animals like that. He leases to circuses and zoos. And one of his security cams caught a mountain lion coming out of a creek over by Terrell, coming up to his tigers, checking them out. And these are 600-pound royal Bengals.
Okay.
Huge. I don't know if you've ever stood face to face with one.
No.
There's a chain link fence between us, but I was face to face with that dude. I'm about 6'1", 6'2". He was standing flat footed and walked up to me and just looked up at me. And his eyeballs are probably about my belly button.
Wow.
And his fangs look like they're about that long. His head just looked like it was this big around. I mean, I felt that big up next to it. I was like, holy crap. If this dude, if this was out in the wild, you'd have zero chance. I mean, they'll pick up full-grown deer and run up trees with them. I mean, it's I don't know. It's crazy to see a 6-foot-long, 600-pound cat with 3-inch fangs and claws looking at you. Like, I could kill you if I wanted to.
Is this like what type of place is this? Do you pay to go there, or is you just?
No, I was doing phone and internet installs back then. So I was out there troubleshooting phone line issues for his business. And then I saw the cages up back and saw the animals, and he took me back there to show them to me. But yeah, dude, that Royal Bengal, Asian Bengal, like the one you see on the Exxon commercial.
Yeah.
That dude is massive. His paws are like this big around. I felt like an ant next to it, just completely helpless. It was insane.
So how does he interact with them?
I don't know. That's his problem.
It could have been your problem if he went in and didn't close the fence.
I kept my eyes on everything. So, well, shoot, I might top off here. I need to go take a shower and spend time with the family for a second.
I gotcha. Well, we're maintaining 282. The meat's at 185. So
It'd probably be a pretty good
maybe
tell.
I'll set an alarm for 45 minutes and go lay down.
You better set 5 alarms.
No, I'll get up. I'm gonna go lay down on the couch. So I'm freezing right now.
So how many splits did you put in?
2, 4, I think 6.
6
6 in
full
there.
size splits,
Yeah.
and it's holding 282.
Yep.
Oh, you're good for a while. I'd say maybe 2 hours.
Yeah, I can't chance it. I got to put the alarm on for this thing just in case. So if it gets too low, if it drops below 200, it'll go off. And if it goes, say, above 315, it'll go off.
Yeah, that thing's going to hold that temp for the next 2 hours. No issue.
That'd be perfect. If that's all I have to do, then I'll keep coming out here every 2 hours and putting in 6 splits at a time.
Yeah.
Because I don't think there's many more people joining me on a live stream for me to sit back here like they wanted me to do. This was the idea during the podcast. People like, oh, will you live stream the whole thing? I'm like, I'll jump on and jump off, but I'm not going to sit there the whole time.
You need
I'm
some
exhausted.
you need some company for that.
Yeah, I need something to do. Not just sit here by myself, staring at the metal behind me. I'm exhausted. I guess if I was actively, like you're saying, you want to be on your feet. If I was actively cooking things, it'd be one thing, but
Yeah,
I'm not. I'm just
once you sit
no.
down, it hits you.
I'm done. Now I'm
Yeah,
babysitting a pit.
yeah. Well, this is why, like Cooper down at Bar 8 is doing the cold smoke method so they can sleep.
But makes sense.
I
Are
mean,
you go? Do
and
you
for the
plan upon
flavor.
going down there to his place? Do you want to see it? You want to try his food?
Yeah, I haven't been there or to Snows or to Franklin. I've been to I've had Hutchins. I've been to um man, what's that place called? Style Switch in Austin.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. They got amazing sides. Like everything's great. One of the best places I've been to is off of 20 and 67 south of Dallas called Harris Barbecue.
Okay.
And it's just a little unassuming looking place, but man, that guy there can cook some brisket. Really good stuff.
I think you should go out to Snows, and the rationale behind that is they're doing pit barbecue, and it kind of mimics smoke slinger type of cooking,
Well, it's kind of like
especially
the
the pork
original
steaks.
barbecue style,
Yeah,
kind of back
they're
to the
doing
original
pork
way.
steak. Go
Oh
back to
yeah,
that. Go down there, learn how they're doing pork steaks, bring that concept back, and then introduce that with the smoke slinger.
yeah. Pork steaks are freaking awesome.
Yeah, they are. All right. I think I'm going to take your advice. I'm going to try to lay down because I'm holding 282 this whole time. Nothing's fluctuating.
Yeah. Well, the fact you don't have any wind.
No, I'm done, man. Remember,
I
it's
mean,
it's 11 o'clock here.
you don't have any wind. It's calm outside.
Oh no, it's there's some wind. Yeah, it's cold, and the rain's going to come back again too.
I mean, there's no wind that's messing with your smoker.
Uh, well, now all the smoke's going that way. All day the smoke was going that way. The wind changed, so now it's going the opposite direction.
I mean, if it's going across the pit that way or that way, it's not going to really bother it too much.
Right.
So, but yeah, you should be good. I think at least for a couple hours. If it's holding
Yeah.
282 this whole time, it's not going to move until it runs out of fuel.
All right. Maybe I should throw one more split on and go
Yeah,
lay down.
do that, and take a peek and see how much it's burned so far or hasn't burned. You'll probably be surprised at how much is left.
Let's see what that looks like. I'm gonna grab another split.
Your camera moved on us.
Oh, it hasn't done much at all.
It
No,
moved it. It's pointing at the
no.
ceiling.
Oof. Oh my God, that's hot. Oof.
How much wood's left?
Oh, a lot of it.
Yeah. So you pop another. If you can put another split in there, man, you can go to sleep for the 3 hours. You'll be fine.
Oh, yeah, the camera's staring at the ceiling.
Yeah.
I just put another split in. I just did that. That's it. Yeah, it's going well.
Yeah. If I was you, I'd leave that thing alone at 3 hours. It'll be fine. Go get some rest.
I'm at 296 now. As long as it's
Yeah,
under
but
300, I'm fine.
it'll go back down. It just you open the door and rushed in a lot of oxygen and airflow.
Oh yeah.
So it'll go back down in a second.
All right. I'm taking a break and then I'll check back. I'm gonna set the alarm every hour. That's it. Every hour I'll just take a peek at it. I'm afraid if I walk away from this thing,
Yeah, go over there and give the gauge a tap and see if it moves up or down.
nothing. Nope.
Yeah, it'll probably drop back down to 285, 282 in a few minutes. As long as
Okay.
it's not going back up right now, you're going to be good.
No, that's it. 296. That's good. Get a break in. Gotta put this tent up. It's the only thing. The light shining on the tent is what's lighting this place up right now. This is because that rainstorm came in. It screwed up the whole morning.
What's your temperature now?
Uh, 296.
What's it on the thermometer?
About 350. Big difference between the two. This needle's up at 300, and it's
Where do you have the
over.
where do you have the temperature probe placed?
Uh, I would say about a foot in from the smokestack,
Okay.
from the
Yeah,
smoke collector.
you may read a little bit hotter in the thermometer because all that air collects right there.
Right,
So and that your your probe's a little bit lower. And
right.
that heat gradient rises fast in a cooker. But that's what you want, so you get a top down cook.
hmm Yeah, it went up 298. It's gonna break 300 now.
Yeah,
Shouldn't
so
have
just,
touched it.
did you disturb the cold bed any when you put that in?
No.
Okay. Yeah, just bring your damper in about an eighth of the way from where it's at, and it'll drop back down to the 280 range. Maybe a half inch or three quarters of an inch.
There we go. Yeah, it's that smoke is moving quick. That air is flying.
That's a lot of pressure.
Oh yeah, it's ripping.
I don't. Yeah, if
I'm
you give
not
it a
opening that door. I'm just taking a look through
through the vent.
the opening. Oh
But yeah, you probably got a ton of pressure on that exhaust or the smokestack,
yeah,
which is what you want.
and now it's dropping to 294. That's
Yeah,
all it took.
yeah. It's just have that pit so tight probably now because you've cooked on it enough to season it up.
Yep.
So it's going to make that damper real sensitive. Just like my smoke slinger, it's so seasoned up now. If I got the drain hole plugged and I got like a wood fire burning in it with the lid open, and I close all the vents and shut my lid, it'll go kind of bounce like that for a second because of all the pressure. If I if I pin the lid down and open the side vent, you can just hear it go
Oh wow.
like a turbo. But I spray that door flange with oil the first few times I cook on it in the back side of the door and build up like a polymerized seal.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, and do the vents too, like spray it in the vent and spin it. And man, it'll make it like airtight.
All right, now we dropped to 290, so we're gonna be back in that 380 something range. 280 something range rather.
Yeah, it'll probably drop down on 280 ish,
Yep,
285.
289. That'll work. I could deal with that. All right, I'm going to take a break. I can't wait to take a nap. I'm exhausted. I'm gonna go lay down on the couch and set the alarm for 1 hour at a time. Get up, take a look at the phone, and then when the time comes,
So is that damper vent about 30% open now?
yeah, that is. Yeah.
About two fingers on a smokestack.
On the smokestack? No, the
Yeah.
smokestack is open more than that. I believe so. Yeah, smokestack is definitely open more than two fingers.
Maybe two and a half.
Yeah, at least.
Really?
I can close it more.
No, I wouldn't. Tap on the gauge and see what you got now.
About 315.
Yeah, what's your probe reading?
287.
Yeah, you should be good. It's gonna run 275, 285 while you sleep.
Oh, great. All right, let it do that for a while. I need to sleep.
I guess I've basically been running that same pit for almost 10 years now.
With
So
with some revisions or the exact same unit?
just real similar. That's the size of the firebox setup and everything, and the smokestack.
Mm.
So on that pit, if you run that damper open about 2 fingers or 30%, and run that firebox damper about 30%, it'll set right about 250.
That's important to know. I had somebody ask me if we have a PDF file on how to run your pit. And I told them that's a great idea, but no, we don't have that.
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go take a shower and get in bed. You need to go get some sleep.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
What's
That's
your
exactly what
temp
I'm
at?
going to do. 285.
What I tell you?
That's it.
All right.
285. You know your pit.
So that thing is going to sit there for about 2 or 3 hours. So at
Awesome.
that temp.
All right, I'll set the alarm for 90 minutes.
There you go.
I'm scared. I'm a little scared.
It'll be sitting 275, 285 when you wake up.
Hope so. All right, buddy. That's that. Time for me to take a break.
All righty. I'll talk to you later.
Thanks.
All right, see you.